All right, everyone. In this lesson, we will be completing lesson 4 in booklet 11, that is combining like terms where there are two types. So this is where things are going to start getting a little bit tricky. You are going to have some terms which are alike, but some which are not. Please remember that two terms are alike when one, they have the same variable, and two, they have the same exponent. Right? And like terms are important because when they're like, that means that you can add them together. So let's take a look at this first example. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is clean up. We're going to combine these pairs of operations. All of them are two positives, so they come out to be one positive. So I can rewrite this equation as positive 2x plus 3y plus 4x plus 5y. Now, if we take a look at our four different terms, you can tell that some of them are similar, like the 4x and the 2x. Those both have the same variable and the same exponent. The variable is x and the exponent is 1. Now, the 5y and the 3y are also alike. They both have a y to the exponent of 1. So you can combine your blues and you can combine your purples, but you can't combine them with each other. So what that is going to look like is the following. Positive 2x plus 4x. Well, positive 2 plus 4 gives me 6, and the variable stays the same. And then we take a look at our y's. Positive 3y plus 5y. 3 plus 5 is 8, and then the variable stays the same, which is y here. Now you're done now. You can't go any further. You can't combine these last two terms because they are not alike. Let's take a look at the next example. Again, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean up. We're going to combine these operations that are next to each other. The negatives and positives make a negative. The two negatives make a positive. So this can be rewritten as negative 6a minus 1 plus 7 minus 2a. So here we have two terms which are alike, which is the negative 6a and the negative 2a, but the other two terms don't have any variables at all. The negative 1 and the positive 7. We call those constants. And arguably, those are alike with each other because they both have no variable with no exponent. So again, we're in a situation where you can combine the blues and you can combine the purples, but you can't combine them with each other. So let's start with the a's. Now be careful with your negatives, right? You have a negative 6 before one a and a negative 2 before another. So this is like negative 6 minus 2, which is equal to negative 8. So that's negative 8a, and then let's deal with our constants here. Negative 1 plus 7 is positive 6, and you write no variables on that. Okay, again, we're done there. You can't combine the two terms that are left because they're not alike. Take some time to try these last examples and then make sure that your answers match mine. First thing that I'm going to do is combine these operations as so, giving me positive 8b minus 4c minus 3b plus c. Now remember that when there's no coefficient, that coefficient is just 1, so you can write that in there if you would like. So we have our b's, which are alike, and we have our c's, which are alike. So we're going to combine our purples and we're going to combine our blues. Let's start with the b's. Let's start with the purple. So we have positive 8 minus 3, which gives us 5, and the variable is b. And then we have negative 4 plus 1. Don't forget that negative. Negative 4 plus 1 gives us negative 3c. And then you're done. Final example. Again, we start off by combining the positive and negative to make a negative, the two negatives to make a positive, and the positive and negative to make a negative. So this is like writing negative 5e squared minus 2e plus 7e plus 7e squared, minus 6e. Now, although these terms are all close to each other, they're not all like terms, right? Some of these e's are squared. So the negative 5e squared and the 7e squared, those are alike because the e's have the same exponent. Now, those are different, but the negative 2e and the negative 6e are the same with each other because they both have an e with an exponent of 1. So we're going to combine our purples and we're going to combine our reds, but separately. Now, negative 5e squared plus 7e squared, that is negative 5 plus 7, which gives me positive 2e squared. And then negative 2e minus 6e, that is negative 2 minus 6, that is negative 8, and then just a single e. And that's it, right? Be careful when combining your terms because you can only do it if they're alike, and take some time to complete the worksheet below. Thank you.